Welcome to American English Vocabulary Podcast, the podcast that helps you build the words you need to speak, write, and succeed in English. Every episode, we explore the rich and fascinating world of American English, one word at a time. Whether you're just beginning your English journey or you've been studying for years, this podcast is your guide to the vocabulary that real Americans use every day, at work, at school, at the store, and at home. Words are the building blocks of communication. When you know the right word, you feel confident. You understand more. You express yourself clearly. And that confidence opens doors to better jobs, stronger friendships, and a fuller life in an English-speaking world. In each episode, we'll look at new vocabulary in context. You'll hear how words are used in real sentences. You'll learn their meanings, their pronunciation, and the situations where you'll need them most. We'll explore idioms, phrasal verbs, formal and informal language, all the vocabulary that makes American English come alive. So whether you're listening on your commute, during your lunch break, or at home after a long day, this podcast is here for you. All you need is your ears, your curiosity, and a desire to grow. This is American English Vocabulary Podcast. Learn a word. Change your world.
Professional vocabulary for the workplace. Professional vocabulary is the language of business, industry, and the workplace. Whether you are preparing for a job interview, writing emails to colleagues, or presenting to clients, the right professional vocabulary projects competence, confidence, and credibility. Play button. Key vocabulary terms. Initiative. The ability and willingness to begin tasks independently and take action without waiting to be told. Example. The manager praised her employee for taking initiative by identifying and solving a workflow problem before it became a major issue. Collaborate. To work jointly with others toward a common goal, contributing individual skills and ideas to a shared project. Example. The project required team members from marketing, design, and engineering to collaborate closely over 6 weeks to meet the launch deadline. Stakeholder. A person or organization with an interest or concern in a business project, policy, or outcome. Example. Before finalizing the proposal, the team consulted all major stakeholders, including investors, community members, and department heads. Benchmark. A standard or a point of reference used to measure or evaluate something, especially performance or quality. Example. The company set a benchmark of 95% customer satisfaction as its goal for the coming fiscal year. Leverage. To use something, a resource, skill, or relationship, to maximum advantage in achieving a goal. Example. The consultant advised the startup to leverage its social media following to build brand awareness before investing in traditional advertising. Play button article. Professional vocabulary is not just jargon, it is a form of cultural fluency. In American workplaces, the ability to communicate using industry-appropriate language signals that you understand how business works and that you belong in professional environments. Job interviews are perhaps the most critical moment for professional vocabulary. Employers evaluate candidates not only on what they know but on how they articulate that knowledge. Phrases like "I took initiative to streamline the process," "I collaborated cross-functionally with the sales team," and "I leveraged data analytics to benchmark our progress" demonstrate both competence and communication skill. Professional email writing is another arena where vocabulary matters enormously. Emails that are clear, concise, and professionally worded reflect well on their authors. Key professional phrases include, "I am following up regarding," "Please find attached," "I wanted to bring to your attention," and "I look forward to discussing this further." Learning and using these standard formulas reduces friction in professional communication. Presentations and meetings demand active professional vocabulary as well. Participants who speak confidently, proposing ideas, questioning assumptions, summarizing agreements, and escalating concerns, earn reputations as capable, engaged team members. Silence in meetings is often misread as lack of contribution. Industry-specific vocabulary varies widely. Healthcare workers need clinical terminology. Tech professionals need software development language. Educators need pedagogical vocabulary. Regardless of industry, the most universally valued professional vocabulary includes words of leadership, problem-solving, collaboration, and communication, qualities that transcend any specific field. Play button dialogue in context. HR manager. Thank you for coming in today. Can you tell me about a time you demonstrated leadership in your previous role? Applicant. Certainly. In my last position, I identified a bottleneck in our order fulfillment process that was causing customer complaints. I took the initiative to analyze the workflow and propose a solution to my supervisor. HR manager. That's impressive. How did you implement the solution? Applicant. I collaborated with team members from logistics and customer service to pilot a new protocol. We benchmarked performance before and after the change and documented a 30% reduction in processing time over 8 weeks. HR manager. Did you encounter any resistance from stakeholders? Applicant. Some team members were initially hesitant about the change. I addressed this by presenting the data transparently and involving them in refining the process so they felt a sense of ownership. HR manager. Excellent. You've described that very clearly. One last question. How do you leverage your communication skills in a team environment? Play button learning tips. 1. Read trade publications and industry news sites in your field regularly to absorb the vocabulary professionals in your industry use. 2. Practice the STAR method for job interviews: situation, task, action, result, and prepare professional vocabulary for each component. 3. Study common professional phrases for emails, meetings, and presentations and practice them in writing before using them in live situations. 4. Ask a fluent English-speaking colleague or mentor to review your professional writing and point out any phrasing that sounds informal or awkward. 5. Observe how respected colleagues in your workplace talk about projects, challenges, and goals. This is live professional vocabulary instruction.
And that's our episode for today. Thank you for spending this time with American English Vocabulary Podcast. You've just taken one more step forward in your English journey, and every step matters. Learning a new language takes time, patience, and practice. But here you are doing the work. That's something to be proud of. Before you go, here are 3 simple ways to make today's vocabulary your own. First, say the new words out loud. Repeat them. Hear your own voice using them. Second, write them down. Use them in a sentence that's meaningful to you. Third, look for them. Listen for today's words in conversations, in shows, in the world around you. When you spot them, you'll know you're making progress. Learning vocabulary isn't just about memorizing definitions. It's about making words a part of who you are. The more you use them, the more natural they become. If you enjoyed today's episode, please share it with a friend who is also learning English. And if you have words or topics you'd like us to cover, we'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep listening, keep practicing, and keep growing. This is American English Vocabulary Podcast, one word at a time.